So for the past 4 days, I've been sick. Kaylee's been sick for the last 2 days. I'm very much on the road to recovery at the moment. Um, I definitely feel much better than I did on day one, but I still don't feel 100%. That's for damn sure. And we've been sitting here, hanging out, watching a bunch of stuff, and very little from 2025. Honestly, like nothing, really. Maybe one thing, but that's about it. But over the last few days, checked out the priests as well as dark nuns. So I saw this list of movies. I talked about it previously, where it was like the top 100, best rated horror films of 2025. There was a movie called Dark Nuns, and so I looked it up, and it was this exorcism film, and I was like, okay, I don't know anything about this. I don't like exorcism films typically. There's some exceptions, of course, but I find them to all be the same fucking movie, and one that I don't really like much. And so when I looked into it, I saw that it was a spin-off of a movie called The Priests from like 2015. So of course I had to go watch that. And I watched that one and I liked it. The main thing that is good about it is the characters. I think that the priests themselves they have a good dynamic. There's an interesting dynamic between them for sure. And then, I of course followed it up finally with the nun or the dark nuns, and or just dark nuns, and both of these are on Tubi. And once again, much like the first one, I did like our main characters, our two dark nuns. But man, it's just, I've said this a million times on the channel. I apologize for being so repetitive here, but do they feel like they just have to check boxes with these movies? Like, the laziness of these exorcism films is actually kind of crazy to me. I know slasher movies and all sorts of genre films, subgenres within genre films, get knocked for being derivative. But I feel like exorcism films really are the worst, because it really is always just like a kid in a bed and two characters who are somewhat mismatched, whether it be by age, experience, faith, whatever, are over the kid, and they're reciting passages and they're calling on Jesus for strength and they're pulling out the holy water, and the kid in the bed is saying demonic things that are supposed to make you go, wow, he must be really evil because a kid would never say that. And for some reason, the demon, who's all powerful and should be able to be like this threat to humanity, the Antichrist, something that we should all fear and quake in our boots for, but somehow can't get out of a fucking bed, or the restraints tied by two fucking priests that are made of like cloth. Somehow, this is always the movie. How is it always this? Like, yes, there are the rare exceptions, sure, right? You get an awesome fucking exorcism style or demonic possession movie, like When Evil Lurks or something, right? Like, but those are so rare. Those are so rare. It's absolutely incredible to me that they just do this same fucking movie every time. Like, I don't get it. Like, who's asking for these? Is there like a really big fan base for exorcism films? Like, I've never really talked to many genre fans, like horror fans, that are like, oh, I fucking love exorcism movies. Like, I hear it about slasher movies, I've heard about ghost movies, I've heard it about like, vampires, whatever, werewolves. exorcism movies, like, I definitely have people that are like, yeah, I like them, but no one I know that's like, oh, they're my favorite. I'm sure they exist, but they're not in a large, majority or anything. And don't you think writers would want to have fun and change things up? Like, they sure as fuck seem to want to do that with every other genre, right? Or subgenre, right? Like, there's for a while there, zombie movies were all the same, but then in the last like 10 years, I feel like they've really, really tried to change things up and become more inventive and innovative. But the Exorcism film, man, I don't get it. I don't understand how we just keep doing the kid in the bed with the two people over him with the Bible and you know, power of Christ shit. Like, is this not tired to anybody at this point? It's the same fucking movie every fucking time, dude. It's always like one of them has like little, like, not enough faith, or one of them's a little more hardened than they should be, or maybe they didn't believe when it started, but then they had to get their faith back. But it's always just a fucking kid in a bed with two fucking people standing over him, shaking water on him, and fucking saying some bullshit in a book. It can't be that people are this unimaginative when they sit down to write. Are they just worried that people won't accept something else at this point? It's just so fucking like by the numbers. I don't know, man. The fact that both of these movies too, because I was like, oh, this is foreign, right? Foreign movies don't usually adhere to American tropes as much, right? Sometimes when you step outside of the country, you get fresh perspectives. But fuck, man, because this is like Catholicism, this is like based in Christianity. I guess, like, I don't know if I've seen many exorcism movies that don't just do this fucking thing. So, and there's always like some dark past, something that the priest did, that the fucking, the entity inside is trying to expose or does expose, and then they're faced with that conflict, and you know then they're always trying. It's like, you've got to get it to reveal its name. If you can get its name, then you can flip it back on itself, and all it takes is it hearing its own name, and then it can be sent back to hell. And if God's so fucking powerful in these movies, why doesn't he just send him back to hell himself? Why is he even letting this happen? Like, these movies are just so fucking dumb to me. But, maybe it is because I'm like super anti-religion. So that's probably an aspect of it. I guess this is more of like, maybe because this is the sickness getting into my brain. Actually, this is just the channel, guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Sinister Cinema, where uh, nothing is orthodox. This is all just whatever the fuck comes into my head as I'm talking about it. I don't know, man. If you're like super into exorcism films and you don't mind every movie being the exact fucking same thing, then yeah, these are well done. I mean, I guess the acting is great. It's well shot. I mean, it's the dialogue between them is well written. I wish that they'd stop using animals as scapegoats. That like their beings are lesser than humans, and we just can pass them over and fuck them. Like, that always pisses me off. I value animal lives over human lives, personally. So when they are like, oh, we'll just put it in a pig and then kill the pig, and that's a fair compromise and trade. Like, fuck the pig. No, fuck you. But it's not like some grievance I'm holding towards the film. I'm holding a grievance towards the plagiarism of one Exorcist movie that came out in the 70s, that no one can seem to fucking let go of. Like, just fuck me, dude. Like, I feel like at this point, I need to stop watching them, obviously, right? It's always going to be the same fucking film, and it's my own damn fault for ever thinking someone's going to do a different script. Why is it always a kid in a bed? You ever wondered that? It's just crazy to me. Two fucking films in a row, and they're both just fucking kids in beds. Why is it always a bed? Why are these fucking kids always in bed? I've never seen a subgenre so fucking repetitive. All right. All right, I've said this. Who's being repetitive now? I'm giving the same review for every one of these movies. I just don't get it. So yeah, I feel like my second option there is like, I just gotta like write my own. I gotta write my own, and I gotta try to get it made, because dude, somebody's gotta step in and make the fucking madness stop. Please, okay, how about this? Tell me a demonic possession movie that does not feel like every other fucking demonic possession movie, right? Where it's like, there's demons that are possessing somebody, and I should say exorcism movie. So like, that's what this is, not demonic possession. There's plenty of demonic possessions. Evil Dead is a fucking demonic possession, right? And Ash is like an exorcist, I guess. So like, the Evil Dead franchise is the best fucking exorcism films ever, if you want to get like super, super technical, because he sure as fuck exorcises the demons, but it's not a true exorcism. In fact, he's not really an exorcist. I'm just joking around there, but those are demonic possession movies, I guess, right? Those are demons taking over somebody. But like exorcist movies where like, somebody's called in. I want to see like an actual fucking demonic spirit take over, a person or whatever. And for it to genuinely feel like a threat to the world. Reagan never felt like a threat to the world to me. It felt like a threat to the body that Pazuzu inhabited, and the priest that had to deal with it, and her mom, right? Like that always, it never felt like it was bigger than that room to me. Like Reagan was possessed for fucking ever. It was like, you can't get out of this fucking room. Oh, too vulgar display of power or whatever bullshit line. Come on. What are you waiting for? This is so silly. This is so silly. At least at the fucking end of the last Exorcism 2, she's like driving down the street or something and setting fucking buildings on fire, and it genuinely feels like this is apocalyptic. This is something fucking crazy. End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger. There you go. Gabriel Byrne is like walking through. He's literally like the fucking devil. But he is possessing someone, and Arnold, I guess, is kind of... There's a fucking exorcism movie that is nothing like these. So something like that. Give me titles. What are some titles of some exorcism movies that isn't just a fucking kid in a bed with two people who are like opposing sides of their faith or whatever? There's gotta be more, right? There's not many, but what are they? Are you tired of movies like this? I need to get better. I need to feel better. I need to fucking go to bed. So, anyway, I'm back, kind of. Yeah. No, this is Dark Nuns. That's it. I don't really have much else to say about the movie itself, so I guess I just went on a long rant about exorcism movies, but it pisses me off. I should have just made a separate video doing this and then the Dark Nuns thing. It could have been like 2 fucking minutes long, but this is just a product of that, right? These movies are fucking insane to me. That's it. I'm done. All right, guys. See you in the comments. Bye.